Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're going to be diving into some unconventional wisdom
Okay.
from a pretty unique source.
Right.
It's a newsletter
Okay.
celebrating the 42nd birthday of a guy named Twisty.
Twisty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who boldly proclaims himself the #1 growth coordinator for chiropractors.
Interesting.
He's sharing 42 life lessons.
Okay.
And let me tell you, some of these are really going to make you rethink everything you thought you knew about business and personal growth.
From what I've seen,
Yeah.
Twisty definitely isn't afraid to challenge the status quo.
Right?
He's got this
Yeah.
raw, unfiltered style that
Yeah.
can be jarring at times,
Yeah.
but also incredibly insightful.
It's like he's taken all the traditional advice and flipped it on its head.
Yeah.
So are you ready to unpack some of these unconventional lessons?
Absolutely. I'm curious to see what gems we can unearth,
Okay.
even if they're buried under a layer of,
Yeah.
shall we say, Twistyisms.
All right, let's jump right in with lesson number 1.
Okay.
You don't have to like your people, patients, clients, but you do have to love them.
Oh, wow.
Now, I know that sounds a bit harsh,
Yeah, a little bit.
but what do you think he's getting at here?
I think this speaks to a deeper principle that many businesses overlook.
Yeah.
The importance of genuine care and commitment.
Okay.
You might not personally connect with every client,
Right?
but you can still go above and beyond to understand their needs and help them achieve their goals.
Okay.
It's about fostering a sense of trust and loyalty that goes beyond a simple transaction.
That's a great point. It's not about forcing fake affection, but about demonstrating a genuine desire to see your clients succeed.
Exactly.
And that resonates with another lesson.
Okay.
Number 36. Serve so well, your competition is forced to adapt.
Interesting.
Twisty seems to be all about setting a new standard of excellence.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's about raising the bar so high that your competition has no choice but to step up their game.
Right.
This relentless pursuit of excellence not only benefits your own business, but also pushes the entire industry forward.
Yeah, and it benefits the customer too.
It's a win-win for everyone involved.
And then this next lesson is classic Twisty. Number 2, outsource your crazy.
Outsource your crazy.
I'm not sure what crazy means in this context,
Right.
but it sounds like it has something to do with delegation, right?
Absolutely. Twisty's likely advocating for focusing on your strengths
Okay.
and delegating tasks that drain your energy or fall outside your expertise. By outsourcing these elements, you free yourself up to concentrate on what you do best and ultimately drive better results.
So it's about building a team that complements your skills and allows you to work smarter, not harder.
That's the idea.
Speaking of working smarter,
Yeah?
lesson number 6 really caught my eye.
Okay, what is it?
Don't just be in the room. Make the room.
Make the room.
What do you make of that one?
This is where Twisty's boldness shines through.
Yeah.
He's encouraging you to be a force to be reckoned with,
Right.
to stand out from the crowd, to make a statement. Don't just passively occupy space.
Yeah.
Create your own opportunities and shape the environment around you.
It's about owning your expertise and making people take notice. I love that.
It's a powerful message.
Okay, let's shift gears a bit
Okay.
and explore one of Twisty's more philosophical lessons.
Right?
Number 19. Commitment breeds commitment.
Okay.
What are the practical applications of this idea?
This concept taps into the power of momentum and self-reinforcement.
Okay.
When you fully commit to something,
Right.
a goal, a project, a relationship, that commitment itself creates a positive feedback loop.
Okay.
The more you invest, the less likely you are to give up, further solidifying your dedication.
It's like the initial commitment acts as a catalyst propelling you forward and strengthening your resolve along the way.
Exactly.
And speaking of commitment,
Yeah?
let's talk about lesson number 32.
Okay.
Leverage your crazy. It's your superpower.
Leverage your crazy, huh?
What do you think he means by crazy here?
I believe Twisty's encouraging you to embrace those aspects of yourself that might be perceived as different,
Okay.
unconventional, or outside the norm. Instead of hiding them, use them to your advantage.
Okay.
Your unique perspective, your crazy, can be a powerful tool for innovation and differentiation.
It's about turning perceived weaknesses into strengths, right?
Exactly.
Owning those quirks and using them to stand out from the crowd.
Right.
And that seems to tie in beautifully with lesson number 41.
Okay.
Life is about staying curious, crazy, and committed.
It's like a mantra for living life to the fullest.
Absolutely. Stay curious, never stop exploring and learning.
Yeah.
Embrace your crazy, challenge the status quo, and take risks.
Hmm.
And above all, remain committed to your goals, your passions, and the people who matter most.
Those are great principles.
These principles can be applied to every aspect of your life.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, I think we've covered a lot of ground in this first part of our deep dive.
Yeah, we have.
We've explored some of Twisty's more practical business advice and dipped our toes into his unconventional philosophies.
We've seen that even his most outlandish statements can contain kernels of wisdom.
Right.
It's all about filtering through his unique delivery and extracting the valuable lessons beneath.
But we're just getting started.
Oh, there's more.
Stay tuned for part 2, where we'll delve into some of Twisty's more intriguing and perhaps questionable lessons.
All right, I'm intrigued.
See you soon.
See you then. Welcome back to our deep dive into the 42 life lessons of Twisty.
Yeah.
We've already uncovered some surprisingly insightful advice, but now we're venturing into territory where you might find yourself raising an eyebrow or two.
Twisty definitely doesn't shy away from controversy, does he?
No, he does not.
But I think even his most unconventional statements can offer valuable lessons.
Okay.
As long as we approach them with a critical eye.
Exactly. It's about discerning the underlying principles and applying them thoughtfully rather than taking everything he says at face value.
All right, let's dive into one that's definitely sparked some debate.
Okay.
Lesson number 7. You see cougar sitting in the bar. I see angel investor.
Oh, wow.
What do you think he's trying to convey here?
Twisty's encouraging us to challenge our assumptions and look for potential in unexpected places.
Okay.
It's about recognizing that valuable connections and opportunities can come from unconventional sources. Don't let preconceived notions or social norms limit your perspective.
So it's about keeping an open mind and being willing to see the potential in people and situations that others might overlook.
Precisely. Twisty's urging us to break free from limiting beliefs and embrace a more expansive view of where success can come from.
Now here's one that requires some careful consideration.
Okay.
Lesson number 14. Don't buy drugs from a black dude or white dude, buy them from a brown dude.
Oh, boy.
This statement is clearly problematic and perpetuates harmful stereotypes.
Absolutely. We want to emphasize that we do not endorse or condone this kind of language or behavior.
Right.
It's a stark reminder that even someone who offers valuable insights can also hold deeply flawed and prejudiced views.
It's a good lesson in critical thinking. We can't blindly accept everything someone says just because we agree with some of their other points.
Right?
We have to be discerning and evaluate each idea on its own merits.
Exactly. And that brings us to another lesson that sparked a lot of discussion.
Yeah.
Number 37, mirror, mirror, bitch.
What?
It's definitely one of Twisty's more cryptic pronouncements.
It almost feels like a challenge, doesn't it? Like he's daring us to confront our own flaws and shortcomings.
I think you're right. It's a call for radical self-reflection and honest self-assessment.
Okay.
It's about holding yourself accountable and being willing to acknowledge areas where you need to improve.
So it's not about being self-critical or putting yourself down,
Right.
but about being honest with yourself and striving for continuous growth.
Precisely. It's about embracing the process of becoming a better version of yourself, even if it means facing some uncomfortable truths along the way.
This next lesson seems to contradict some of Twisty's earlier advice about going all in.
Oh, really?
Number 22. Don't burn out or fade away.
Interesting.
How does this fit in with his emphasis on unwavering commitment?
Twisty's approach can be intense.
Yeah.
And while dedication is crucial, it's equally important to recognize your limits and prioritize self-care.
Okay.
It's about finding a sustainable path to success, not burning yourself out in pursuit of short-term gains.
So it's about balance, right? Pushing yourself while also knowing when to pull back and recharge.
Exactly. It's about listening to your body and mind and recognizing that rest and rejuvenation are essential components of long-term success. Can't pour from an empty cup.
All right, let's wrap up this segment with a lesson that, while presented in a blunt manner, offers a powerful insight.
Okay, what is it?
Number 38, go for the referral, not the sale.
Go for the referral.
What's the wisdom behind this seemingly counterintuitive advice?
Twisty's highlighting the importance of building lasting relationships and focusing on providing exceptional value.
Okay.
When you prioritize creating a positive experience and genuine connections, referrals will naturally follow.
Okay.
It's about playing the long game, establishing trust, and building a network of advocates who champion your work.
It's a reminder that sometimes the best way to achieve your goals is to focus on something bigger than the immediate transaction.
I agree.
By creating genuine value and fostering strong relationships, you build a foundation for sustainable success.
Precisely.
Yeah?
And that's a principle that applies not just to business, but to all areas of life.
Welcome back to the final part of our deep dive into the 42 life lessons of Twisty.
Yeah.
We've explored the practical, the philosophical, and even the controversial aspects of his advice.
It's been quite a journey, hasn't it?
It has.
Twisty certainly challenged us to think differently.
Yeah.
And consider perspectives we might not have encountered otherwise.
Absolutely. Even when we disagreed with his approach, he forced us to examine our own assumptions and think critically about the principles at play.
And that, I believe, is the real value of engaging with unconventional thinkers like Twisty.
Yeah.
They shake us out of our comfort zones and push us to expand our horizons.
Okay, before we wrap up,
Yeah.
I wanted to revisit one last lesson that really resonated with me.
Go.
Number 40. Build a room so irresistible that everyone wants to enter.
Build a room so irresistible.
What do you think Twisty meant by this? And how can we apply it to our own lives?
This lesson speaks to the power of creating something truly special.
Okay.
Something that draws people in and makes them want to be a part of it. It's about cultivating an environment that fosters connection, inspiration, and growth.
So it's not just about building a physical space, but about creating a culture, an experience, a community that people crave.
Exactly. It's about fostering a sense of belonging, purpose, and shared passion. Think about the businesses, organizations, or even online communities that you're naturally drawn to.
Yeah.
What is it about them that makes you want to be a part of their room?
That's a great point. It's about creating something that resonates with people on a deeper level, something that aligns with their values and aspirations.
And that principle can be applied to any area of life.
Right.
Whether you're building a business, leading a team, or simply cultivating meaningful relationships.
Yeah.
It's about creating an atmosphere that attracts and inspires those around you.
We've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive.
We have.
And I have to say, Twisty's 42 life lessons have given us a lot to think about.
Lot to think about.
What are some of the key takeaways you'd like our listeners to remember?
I think the biggest takeaway is that success isn't a one-size-fits-all formula. It's about finding what works for you.
Okay.
Embracing your unique strengths.
Yeah.
And being willing to challenge conventional wisdom.
And it's about being discerning, right? Taking the good, leaving the bad.
Yeah.
And always thinking critically about the information we consume. Even someone as unconventional as Twisty can offer valuable insights.
Right.
As long as we approach his advice with a discerning eye.
Exactly. It's all about extracting the gems and applying them thoughtfully to our own lives.
Well, that was a deep dive indeed. Twisty's unique brand of wisdom has challenged us, inspired us, and maybe even made us laugh along the way.
He's certainly a unique character.
So we hope you found this exploration insightful and thought-provoking.
I think our listeners will get a lot out of this one.
And as always, we encourage you to continue the conversation.
Yeah.
What resonated with you most from Twisty's 42 life lessons? What will you apply to your own life? Keep those questions in mind as you move forward. Until next time, stay curious, stay engaged, and keep diving deep.
See you next time.